And we're back. This is Carving Gunpla. Today, we've got a special guest. He can introduce himself. I don't know who I am. I'm Nick. Oh, wait. I'm Andy. This is Nick.
I'm totally not Jason. I'm DC. Not the most talkative.
Oh, we'll drop it. You gotta be more talkative than me.
That shouldn't be difficult.
Hopefully. Today we're gonna watch a little Transformers, the movie, 1986. Nope. Third host of the show is getting her words in. Anything else? No?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, I'm going to finish up the Dual Blitz.
I'm actually starting the lightning.
Yes. One you saw me build. You
Yeah,
pay
lightning
attention
gun.
to some of our old ones.
Yeah, I'll have a backpack for later on.
I am working on Carta's Gray's Ritter.
Praise for days.
Right on. So, anyways, we should get this started.
Transform and roll out.
I feel obligated to ask the simple questions. What is your first introduction to Gundam?
I'm not sure which. Well, no, actually, I was at the Des Moines Comic-Con. I want to say somewhere around 2016, and I was there with my mom and my sister, and we go in on, I think, honestly, the first day, and we walk around for a little bit. I find the Gundam table. I start talking to the people there. I am given a free starter kit, and then I proceeded to not leave that table for the entire rest of the day. I then went back the second day, convinced my mom to buy me a Gundam, which I believe was I want to say high grade Wing Zero, which I then spent the entire day building. And then I only proceeded to go and look at the rest of the con on day 3.
Get you hooked.
Yeah. It's like drugs. The first one's free.
Plastic crack, yes.
Yes, classic crack.
Yeah.
So you got into it backwards to all of us then. All of us started with a TV show.
Yep. Ah.
And then we went to Toys R Us because Toys R Us used to sell Gundam model kits when we were...
Back in the day. It's kind of funny. I actually saw a post somewhere on Facebook that one of the Toys R Us actually turned into they turned into a gun store.
Yep.
So
Big boy toys.
it went from kid toys to big boy toys. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yes! Perfect building.
I wonder how many of them have become Spirit Halloweens.
Like the one here locally became a storage.
A what?
Storage place. Where they have storage garages inside of it. It's pretty sad.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to buy the buildings. I mean...
Well, the one in Davenport, they tore the building down and now it's the bank parking lot.
Yeah, it's just a bank, yeah. But I mean, nobody wanted to build anything on them. Nobody wanted... There was a company that was going to buy it and then transform it into something else and bring it back, but that never fucking happened.
Look at that segue. Look at that segue. That's the
Transform
theme.
into the opening theme, yeah.
Yeah, we actually met because he was looking at a Motor Master from Animated Toy.
Very end of the night, I had noticed it earlier in the day on the shelf. And I was like, you know what? I want this. I then proceeded to put it on top stock and then wait until I got paid, and then finally went back for it. And honestly, out of all of the Transformers toys I have, it is one of my favorites at the moment.
Yeah, I just picked up the 86 Bumblebee. It's marked down to 15 right now.
I wish I had waited. Both because my mom also got it for me for Christmas, and because now it's on clearance. Fun fact, in like the family group chat, when asked like what people like want for like Christmas lists and whatever, I sent a link to I believe the online store that you recommended to me, and said just like pretty much anything on the Transformers side of this, and I'm good. I have yet to order anything off of there myself, simply because I never have money. But
That does happen.
hooray! The costs of having a nice car that I make payments on.
The two of us have multiple cars with no payments. I mean,
You show off.
Hey, don't worry. I started out that way too. Everybody does.
oh yeah.
Everybody does. So you're fine.
I was 13, paid cash for the first one.
My first one,
It was an escort wagon, don't get excited.
pay for half, but my parents pay for the other half, and I pay my parents back.
I just wish I hadn't been in emergency buy because my other car completely crapped itself.
Yeah, the first loan I ever had, head gasket went on my car, and I bought a Honda Civic. Yeah, but it was the blue SI that you never got to see.
Oh, yeah, that was before my time.
Yeah,
Drunk driver in a Jeep totaled it. Going in a parking spot.
my first car was I believe 2009 Chevy Aveo, the hatchback one. So I always maybe not so lovingly called it the gray egg. So
Forgive me, I've seen this movie a few too many times.
you know, I used to think it was way longer than it actually is because I would
super short, yeah.
I would regularly like start watching it, fall asleep halfway through, and then wake up after it's started over again and thought I only slept through a little bit of it. But because I had like slept so well and like I didn't miss much, but I had slept for like 3 hours, I thought that it was just like a 5-hour movie for the longest time.
Now, being a younger person, he probably doesn't know all the inside jokes that are on this movie.
Oh no, definitely not.
So, Cliff Jumper was voiced by Casey Kasem, known for the Top 100 Countdown, and he's the one that did the countdown for the shuttle launch. Orson Welles' last performance, too. He died shortly after recording the lines for Unicron.
Truly tragic.
Oh, they said he came in. It was either a walker or a wheelchair. Now I can't remember. Like he was on his last days. And yeah, finished it up and nailed it.
So fun fact, I recently learned just from TikTok comments of all things. Apparently, I didn't know this. They never made a toy for the Transformers animated Omega Supreme, which I'm actually kind of really sad about because it is
There's
one
a
of my favorite
third
Omega
party,
Supremes.
if I remember correctly. A third party did.
I'm sure there are third-party ones. I just haven't gotten around to trying to find one, and it's probably expensive, as everything else is.
Yeah.
As much as I want the 4-foot tall, which one is it?
Metroplex.
Metroplex, yes. As much as I want it, I know I'm probably never going to have it.
So when they announced the pre-order for that, I sat here and went, where would I put it?
Wherever you can fit it.
Well, you've seen my room up there. There isn't exactly room
Yeah.
for a 4-foot tall. The sad part is that's maybe a third of my actual collection. I have totes up in storage. Somebody edited this recently and replaced the Instruments of Destruction with Master of Puppets from Metallica. They're like, this would have been better. I'm like, no. Oh, God, I forgot about this. So we're watching the Blu-ray version where some of these scenes get a little funky because they tried to digitally enhance them. It's like their second ago Daniel was horrible looking. Like VHS tracking needed to happen days. Oh god. Yeah, but this does not have the for the anniversary edition, they went through and like did the water to make it look more like water. And it's beautiful hand-drawn animation and then have digital animation for the water. It just looks really out of place. Somebody watched Back to the Future. No way.
It didn't exist yet. I wonder where Back to the Future got the idea from.
Probably didn't even see it.
No, almost certainly.
Totally original.
If you're gonna ride, ride in style.
I remember when I was younger, found out that was Judd Nelson voicing him. And you're like, wait, are you the guy from the Breakfast Club? Hot Rod. It's Judd Nelson.
I don't remember which from the Breakfast Club.
Oh. Oh, what's his name?
I'm not certain I've ever 100% seen the movie through.
He's the bad boy of the group. I'm kicking myself.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I know him.
Yeah. Which one? What's his name?
I don't remember.
Oh, I figured you looked it up.
No, I just looked up his name. John Bender.
There we go. Bender, yes. See? I should remember that. Oh, look. Sunstreaker's on Earth. I wonder when he arrives with Optimus. Oh, wait. There's a lot of continuity errors in this film. Like the fact that they show Shockwave flying around during the battle and Ironhide at one point. We love this film. I didn't get to see it in theaters, which upsets me. But,
Love Blitzwing. He's one of my favorite characters.
well, you like anime.
Yes, animated Blitzwing is
Yeah.
my favorite version of Blitzwing. By a long shot.
And I've never watched animated other than a couple episodes. It's one I feel like I should at some point, but
Not bad for an old-timer. Old-timer? That's something you'll never be if you don't
I'm going to try not to quote the entire film. The local video store, when they started going out of business, they sold all their VHSs. My parents bought the VHS from them because I think I rented it like 50 times. I wore that one out pretty fast. Couldn't get any of the ones with just episodes on it, which, you know.
I have, I believe, the first, I think I own all of the original season, or, yeah, series, on DVD.
Oh yeah. I think I bought it like 3 times on DVD. The old silver boxes that
Oh, I wish. I've
the
been,
bonus features are gold on them.
I honestly just want the really nice collection of the steelbooks, or maybe not steelbook, but the actual like metal cases.
No,
They
that'd
are
be a
so
steelbook,
cool.
yeah. Which this is the Steelbook Blu-ray here. I also have the 4K release that they put out for the 40th. Was it 40th anniversary? Or 35th anniversary? Oh, it's hard to keep track. Yes, I have multiple copies. I have the 20th DVD. I think I had the 15 VHS. Sorry, classic Starscream.
Yeah.
Nothing beats classic Starscream. And the first female Transformer. You got better things.
Truly a shame what Michael Bay did to her. Like,
I mean, first of all, truly a shame anybody let Michael Bay touch these films.
oh, absolutely.
Which, my favorite is the guy from Hasbro that got the green light to do the live action movies. And what he went is this, but real. Like, and
then Michael Bay got around, and I believe didn't
He's
he
the
like
one-
basically just like scrap all of it and build it from the ground up?
the first thing is like, I want to make Prime a, conventional with flames. And the guy went, what part of G1 don't you, like, we already have the designs. We just have to get the cars. And he's like, no, I want to make them all look like they're, shattered glass and rolled in blue. And I can't even tell who's fighting them because they all look the same to me.
I wholeheartedly believe the only thing that the Michael Bay movies did well was
Is stop-
inspire the designs for Transformers Prime.
The people who did Prime didn't want to make it look like that. They wanted to make it look like G1. Yeah. The only change was they were going to make RC still a motorcycle because it would fit better.
If I had a nickel for every time there was a Transformers show that was animated, obviously, that had the main cast of Bumblebee, Bulkhead, Optimus Prime, Ratchet, and one other character who was originally a car, but they changed their color palette and turned them into a motorcycle, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Both to RC and Prowl.
Oh, poor Prowl.
Honestly, I like Ninja Prowl more.
See, and we're old enough. Obviously, G1 is going to be the style we prefer.
And that's absolutely fair. But Ninja Prowl is cool.
Yes, there's one frame that gets screwed up on both of them. So there's one frame where the black one turns blue for one frame and goes back, and the blue one goes black for one frame. I may or may not know where every error in this film is.
It's kind of sad to me how little attention, like from the fans, Blaster's mini-cons get. Because obviously everyone loves Ravage and Rumble and Laserbeak, and that's proven by the fact that I can just like, list them off. I could not give you the name of any of
Eject,
Blaster's.
Rewind, Steel Jaw, Ramhorn. Oh. Probably because I spend too much time on G1.
No, probably not. That was one thing I hated about animated. I hate animated Soundwave.
Soundwave has been bad since G1. There's one scene in because the Prime series continues in the Robots in Disguise where Bumblebee is leading them on Earth.
Hate that.
It's not bad, but Soundwave shows up.
Optimus shows up. It completely ruins his sacrifice from the end of Prime.
Which, yes, sure. But when he shows up, he comes out of that Phantom Zone that he got locked in. They use Frank Welker's voice for him. And I'm like, the love has come back to us. Also, they're doing a 86 movie Devastator. I'm happy about that.
I want it.
Already pre-ordered it. Well, at least what you can pre-order of it.
Have all of the pieces been like revealed yet?
I think 4 of them have. And it's a shame that they had to give Long Haul a trailer to hold parts for the transformation. And he's going to be smaller than the previous one, which also kind of makes me sad. Because for Combined Wars, they put one out. This conversation would go a lot better if I still had the setup with all the Transformers behind us, but... Now, there is a couple of deleted scenes that happen during this when they show more of them fighting. where you get to see some of the others that, oh look, see, Sunstreaker just showed up, but he's already there. They showed like tracks and sideswipe, which you don't see in the film. And then there's a scene that never made it, like I think it's got storyboarded, but never animated or anything, where they actually showed Spark Plug. I don't want to say getting killed, but that's kind of what they headed towards, as Ravage tore him to pieces. I've yet to open the box on my 86 Prime. I'm going to savor that for the moment when I have to put them up on top of the plate.
This is a song that will never leave my playlist. Well, that's not
All
saying
of
much
them.
because I never remove music from my playlist.
I remember when I managed to get a copy of the soundtrack of the Stead. All the soundtracks were really good off of this. Stan Bush, you know.
Yeah.
I love Prime. He's holding the gun gangster style the first second. Somebody put this to the scene in Transformers 1, the voices from this.
Honestly, I enjoyed Transformers 1 way more than I thought I would. Because
yet-
I went into it, I was very much on the fence about them changing the backstory again. Which, I mean, to be fair, the different continuities, they do it differently a lot. I am just a sucker for the original. But it was very good. I liked it a lot.
Right. I've heard good things, even from diehard G1 fans. I do want to see it. I just don't want to pay $25 for the DVD.
I was like, rent for $10 on it. Like, no, I think it was like $5 on Amazon because it was discounted for some reason. I don't remember why.
It's on Paramount Plus, which we get for free from work. So
Yes.
you just got to deal with commercials.
Which I don't like doing.
90 seconds of commercials gets down to 15 seconds and then goes back to 86, and you're like,
I have to deal with that. I'm just going to swap out plates.
okay. Covered in blood, or?
No, covered in some. I don't know if it's rust. I think it's rust.
Right.
If only I had noticed that when the cosmic rust was going on. This opened so weird.
And here comes the worst part. Yes, Hot Rod is responsible for Prime's death.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a what if comic that Cup stops him before he runs up there, and Prime lives to the end of the film.
Controversial opinion. I do not like Rodimus Prime.
So, I
Like conceptually, sure. He fucked up. He was able to get through it, become better. That's absolutely a good thing. Storyline wise, it's fine. I absolutely despise the design, especially in animated.
well, so once again, don't know animated that well. In this, he's basically a fancy art, which isn't horrible because it's trying to be kind of semi-like.
Because they're trying
But
to make
also,
it more.
it's a callback to the designs of Cybertronian from when they go back in time and see Orion Pax in them. 'Cause they go back in time and there's Orion Pax, I can't remember what they call the Lita 1 now, before she was Lita 1, and Dion. They were more kind of like Cup. You know, like Cup looks like Rodimus Prime without the engine and trailer. But the design never bothered me. I want to say it was either, I think, Energon, where Hot Rod, or Rodimus as they had to call him then, where he was the drag racing semi, but he had the wheels on his shoulder, which really distracted from his robot mode. But I feel like that was probably the best one besides the original design. And by far the worst has got to be Michael Bay's, where he was black with a red detail. See, that's not bad.
I just don't like it.
I don't really like the animated style of animation anyways, but
That's fair.
it's not bad. They're not fatal. I mean, it's all for the storytelling. I know. But he got shot in the gut. Now, even if you go by the fact that this is before they established the whole spark and everything,
Transformers have always...
his spark,
Optimus specifically has always been very fragile.
and it's because of this right here.
Yeah, he dies really easily.
But his spark housing is behind the Matrix in his chest. Now, in Beast Wars, the Matrix contained his spark, and thus losing the Matrix, he would die, which is weird in its own right. Oh, if only Alfred Magnus would have stayed the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see Nick? Oh, you missed the great detail shot of the
Oh,
Matrix and the crystal.
oh, well, yeah, there.
Oh no,
Oh,
no,
there
they
were
had
two
a,
agencies for a second.
Oh.
yeah.
So yeah, it definitely doesn't.
Wait, does nobody else see this? Does nobody else see this?
I wonder who's worthy of the Matrix.
Ultra Magnus, because he has a place to put it.
Because he's just Optimus with armor.
So funny enough, he's not supposed to be. But I love how he has a spot for the Matrix already.
And it's the exact same spot as Optimus.
Well, technically that's what Hot Rod's supposed to keep his. But in all the Transformers, because he has the engine in his chest normally, they put it down lower into his gut, which looks funny. And then he turns black.
It's because dying affects your paint.
Hey, he lost phase shift armor, that's all. I'm trying to stay on track here. There's a weapon that I'm missing. I passed on to somebody else. That's never happened. I'm sorry you're in space, but there's no friction. How does that mean anything? Last time I ran Transformers, well, I think the last two times I ran Transformers as an RPG, I made it where he doesn't throw Megatron out. He just has Megatron transform into the blaster form, and then they permanently lock him into the transformation of being the pistol.
Yes, because magical changing of mass, and that's definitely how physics works.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it. Megatron could stub his metal toe and not feel any injury from it. Starscream would declare himself leader.
The funny part is, if you read comics and whatnot, they'd get back to Cybertron, and Shockwave would be like, Megatron's dead? You're all my bitches now.
Yep.
Shockwave is nobody to mess with.
Oh no, he never has been.
He's like, we'll let Megatron be the leader? Yes. Okay.
The only time they ever successfully messed with Shockwave and had a good outcome from it was when they turned him into Shockwave.
Yes. IDW
Yeah.
comics. I haven't read that.
Poor senator. I think it was some kind of government official. Poor.
Yeah,
I don't remember what his name was.
they stripped his emotions
Emotions, got rid of his face.
and replaced his hands with claw. Yeah, no, he got the rough deal there. But he also got a comic back in the day where he killed all of the Transformers. Yes.
Show yourself.
Wait a second. There's going to be a moment here. Now see, nobody summons Megatron. Yet Michael Bay had him kneel like Darth Vader and go, "What is thy bidding, my master?" But nobody summons Megatron.
How was Megatron crying and drooling? That's not
It's supposed to be like him having blood or ice around his. And he's leaking energy. Is what it is. Not blood, but. And it has always
continued existence.
Deciding to yes, but very well. I will provide you with a new body, a new troops to command, and nothing. You belong to me. I belong to nobody.
Except for God.
I feel like one of the other Decepticons would step up and go, "You know what? That sounds like a fair plan. I got you, man." Like, no, what always bothered me about this movie is their need to replace his voice with Leonard Nimoy, just because they wanted some big names attached to the film. Like Frank Welker, he's gonna knock it out the park, and he does do it for the rest of the series afterwards. Ooh. Which one do you vote for? Is it going to be Bombshell or Skywalker? Who's Cyclonus? And is the other one's name Armada? These are things that have plagued people for all time.
Open Ultra Magnus and every other Autobot until the Matrix has been destroyed. Cybertron! Destroy the Matrix.
You know, if a giant planet asked me to do something, I might question its motives. Just saying.
Get on with the ceremony.
My fellow Decepticons, as your new leader,
Nobody's gonna interject.
This is bad comedy.
There you go. She has been completed. Finally, we can move on from the dual blitz.
Will anyone else attempt to finish?
greatest moment ever. What did you say? All right. Geo4.
Geo 4.
Crinkly time.
Crinkle.
The box for that reminds me of the box for my favorite Gundam that I own and have built, which was the limited edition, also Des Moines Comic-Con, the full clear plastic Destiny Gundam, which was very cool and very fun to build. And its box was also very blue.
The Scatman. P-Banda, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, anything that's like these, it's all P-Banda, except for the one that I got,
So,
which actually was full color. Which is surprising, but yeah, pretty much P-Banda is just the color.
well, you can also get stuff from Gundam based sometimes.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh, the late Scatman. That was the hardest thing when I was a kid. Is when you found out that that was Spike. When did Spike get old? Look at him, he's concerned. I got old also. He was just a kid a minute ago, I swear.
If this doesn't stop it, nothing will. It's activated.
And yes, Bumblebee has a voice. It's gone from suck to blow. Or did it go from blow to suck? I can't keep it straight.
Gotten sucked the blow.
Yeah, but here.
Yeah, in this case, it's gone from suck.
Or blow to suck.
No, it was sucking it. And
No, it blew. Now it sucks.
Okay, whatever. Go either way.
By the way, I had the rare VHS that said "aw shit," but everybody else said "oh no."
Cybertron and all its moves belong to me.
You really want that junkyard? I mean, it has no energy. It's
Sure, buddy.
but Michael Bay made you kneel to another transformer. Just saying.
I will obey. Unicron.
I now possess that which you most fear.
Decepticons to Earth.
We are donking all over the place today.
Aboard the shuttles. This new menace is more dangerous than all the
Tonight,
Decepticons
Unsolved
together.
Mysteries.
Somehow we must
What
destroy
happened?
the devoured Cybertron.
Oh,
He's on the
Mark.
wall between that monster planet and Cybertron.
Daniel,
The Goblin himself.
apparently
when we get there, that thing crunches.
inventory's next couple.
Maybe the Matrix now stop it. You're right, it can.
I was wondering if I was gonna go or not.
I just got this feeling.
Look,
From the shuttles. I, Galvatron, will crush you just as Megatron crushed Prime. I got done trying just like Megatron. Autobot scrap. You plebeian gun ultramantis. There are plenty of Autobots for you. Ultramantis is mine.
I like how Daniel can run as fast as a giant robot.
Fast kid. He was able to outrun a giant robot.
Also, size discrepancy is so bad, like the old cartoons. Because later on, he fits inside her head.
I also love old Blur.
The same guy that did the Micro Machine commercials.
I'm still mad that animated got canceled before they could resolve Blur getting turned into a cube.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was Shockwave, obviously.
Something terrible happened. It was Shockwave.
One of the very few actual Transformer deaths in animated.
That's what I like about Prime. Kill Cliffjumper in the first episode.
Yeah.
Like, this is just gonna be part of this show, and then no one dies after that.
Traumatize RC for no reason.
But then nobody dies in the rest of the series.
Except for Optimus, and then they undo it.
Prime can't stay dead. He's the only character anybody cares about. Which is the reason why Duke, even though he died in the G.I. Joe movie, they added a line later on when they're celebrating. Duke's out of his coma. He's going to be okay. Because this movie had so much hatred for this.
You're living one now. Engage the boosted reception. Get a grim look about Petro Rabbits again. I'll give you Petro Rabbits.
Which didn't actually like have a character or a design for them until I think animated.
For what?
The petrol rabbits, the little ball rabbits that cleaned out the pipes on Cybertron.
No, I don't remember them.
I was thinking that's when they got their character design. I don't have time to deal with that right now. How about you transform into a car and get ahead of it? See how the animation slipped there, though? Yeah. I've yet to watch the 4K, but I heard the 4K they cleaned up a lot of the mistakes they did when they HD'd, Blu-rayed, whatever. I always thought if you're going to go back and touch it, why don't you fix the animation errors, like the color swaps? Wasn't it Rid where they made it where he was intelligent in robot form and then went back to Grim? No. No, Rid's where he was green.
The second time he was green, although the first time only kind of counts because it wasn't Dinobot Grimlock. It was weird, not Constructicon, but like he was a crane.
Right, I remember. That the old Rid cartoon.
Yeah.
Was there like a... What was the one where Bumblebee was mute, but Windblade kept going into his mind?
No.
Cyberverse?
I have not watched Cyberverse.
I think that's the one where Grimlock's like super intelligent robot form and then devolves back into regular Grimlock when he's in dinosaur mode. It's really weird.
All right, we survived that. Yeah, but will we survive this?
They're having a really lousy couple of days here, you know that? This is the Empire Strikes Back of the Transformers. Just a series of down efforts. We get attacked, Prime dies, we get hunted down by some stranger, voiced by Spock.
Damn.
Yeah, Ultra Magnus, the cold-hearted.
The Decepticons are gonna dog us until they see us dead. Then that's exactly what they're gonna see. But
Tonight.
this is operation that's too dangerous. What choice do we have?
And now Deanna Troy is going to crash the Enterprise D saucer section into... Effectively, that's what's about to happen. And yes, for all the problems, I do enjoy this film very much. And I don't think they've ever done Unicron. Only dropped in your lap, right? Yeah.
I'll admit the little snapping noise kind of startled me, but that was just my watch.
It's a half drop. Take a half a shot if you'd like.
Receptor, you locate a place to set down for repairs?
Gamma-waves in this sector of space create marginal navigation vulnerabilities. However, yes, I believe I can. The planet of John is in this vicinity.
Then let's go for it.
I feel like sitting there with your chin resting on your hand is more of a blur moment where he's like, all right, get on with it. You move slow. See, like even this is a great song. And yes, the 86 cup actually came apart. So you could recreate this scene.
The toy did?
Yep. You could rip his leg and arm off. It was great. Yeah, the 86 toy line for the movie series, which, waiting on Megatron, that's going to turn into a tank. We can't make guns.
They've done it before. I want one of the Megatrons that actually turns into the gun at some point.
The second masterpiece, Megatron, like you could only order it from outside the country, and then like to get it through customs, they had to glue an orange tip into the barrel. And they used the weakest glue they could find, so you could pull it out when you got it to your house. Like I'm pretty sure hot glue would have held it tighter. I got it out of the plastic. I think it bounced on the floor. I do have the first masterpiece one too, but he's kind of rough. That's one of those ones that stands up as long as you don't look at it.
Brace for impact.
And this actually great concept for a planet.
Say something. Anybody.
The one guy who should be dead.
Remind me to give the autopilot a raise.
Oh, there you go. Daniel, crushed by RC. Because that's how that would have happened. Some might say death by snoo. See?
Dad, boy, Snoop. Dad, boy, Snoop.
He told me all about it.
Which his exosuit is what her head transforms into when he pops off her head when she becomes a headmaster form. That's what her head turns into. It's the suit. So, I'm sorry, those 4 episodes are great.
Think about what you want to do before you do it.
It's kind of tricky. Whoa.
Just an extension of your body, kid. Just more.
Keep on practicing. You'll get the hang of it.
Come on, showtime's over. We've got work to do.
That's the first one. Shot. Oh. That was a hell of a mouse there.
You're halfway over the universe.
Yeah, check that out. I actually have a dual vent. One of them gets covered with the armor plate on.
Huh. Interesting.
Zoom in on that shit. We can't zoom, so.
Gar.
Eric guy.
That does it. Well, what do you think? You left the piece out.
Dim
No
witted.
way! You're just a little stiff. Anyway, all things considered, you did an amazing job, lad. Amazing.
Let's the part out. You did an amazing job.
Got rid of a nasty burn on my road chain.
Now, why would they have me put this tiny little round sticker on if it's about to get covered up?
Well, sometimes the head actually is supposed to transform into like a scanner mode where you can see that eye. But for most combat, the eye is covered.
I use the universal greeting.
We penny ball. That's my Discord bio.
See? The universal greeting.
And I'm fairly certain most people who see it don't understand it, which is tragic.
My name on Discord is Insecticons Forever, which is a play on the Beast Wars Ravage Decepticons Forever. That was also my handle on tfmaster.com back in the day.
Okay, finally I can use the piece that I accidentally took out wrong.
We'll give a moment to the old tfmaster.com custom transformer website. Yeah.
United slave mind on Galganet 7. Every place reminds you of some
Basically, it was a place where you could show off your custom builds. There was forums. People would talk about how they modified something to make another one.
That's cool.
And the guy actually was named TF Master, was the one who put it together. And he ended up passing away, and people tried keeping the site alive. And Cybertron, the 2005 website, which I think is still around, they took over and then absorbed it into their forums. And then at one point they wiped that whole section from their forums. And it's like we lost so much great custom transformer coverage. A lot of my custom based off of things that they showed on that website. Especially, that was the time alternators were big. You know that one, don't you? The 124 scale cars that turned into Autobots and Decepticons.
It rings a bell, but not very loudly.
So, they did 24 scale cars, full interiors, opening hoods and doors, turning steering. Super cool. But then it would turn into, like Hound was a modern Jeep, a TJ. Trax got a blue C5 Corvette, which the first time they brought it out, they actually made it Ravage. Did a convertible in black and called it Ravage. I was like,
Ravage is a dog.
Black Panther. Jazz was a RX-8, but then they did Shockwave as a purple RX-8 because they reused the cars. And the story behind it was is they were making these bodies because the old bodies were breaking down and they had to transfer them into bodies. So they actually, Grimlock was one of them suffering from what was going on, so they put him in a Mustang. But Wheeljack also got the same Mustang body, so it's kind of weird.
I will never not be mad about what they did to Wheeljack and Rise of the Beast.
I so much. Michael Bay movies don't exist, so.
It's not Michael Bay. It's one of the newer
Oh,
ones.
okay.
The VW bus, which that I don't have a problem with. It's the rest of the design. Those big, ugly, clunky glasses.
Because wasn't he in one of the previous ones where he looked like Einstein, acted crazy?
Okay, see, now that was Michael Bay, and that we don't get to talk about.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Bumblebee is a great movie. And
Oh,
everybody's-
absolutely.
Everybody's,
They did it perfectly in Bumblebee.
The
And
only,
then
the only
President-
mistake is at the end where they were forced to have him transform into a Camaro. Because it had to play as a soft reboot, where it still had to fit into continuity.
Just in case it didn't work out.
Yeah, and it's sad because it's the best one they made, because it tried to stay with the original as much as possible. And the opening sequence, when they have the fight on Cybertron, the reason Megatron's not there is because, well, no, he's on Earth frozen, so you can't use him for that opening fight.
So, he's not, though, if I remember.
No,
Because
that's how he starts out in the first Michael Bay movies. He's frozen on Earth. He's been there since the 50s or something. Yeah.
Right. Because
Yeah.
that's Sam's granddad found him. That's why the coordinates for the Allspark or whatever it was on his glasses.
Yep.
That was weird.
That whole movie is weird.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. When you are going to do a Transformers movie, it's like, oh, we need voice actors to, play parts. And you have Peter Cullen and Frank Welker going, all right, time to saddle up. And Michael Bay's like, no, you need to try out for the roles. And it's like, excuse me, what?
Whoa, this exosuit's fantastic.
Instead, we get Agent Smith, who in the second one, I believe it's the second one, where he puts the little bug into Mr. Witwicky. Or is it the third one? I don't know, it might be the third one. Because he holds down Sam and implants a little metal bug into him. Like through his belly button or through his mouth or something. It's been a long time since I saw the movie. Which is exactly what Agent Smith did to Neo in The Matrix. He even calls him Mr. Witwicky. Instead of Mr. Anderson. That's got to be The Fall. Rise of the Fall. Because it's the same movie that Megatron then bows down to, and the Terminatrix is in that one, right? Or is that the second? Oh, God, it's so bad. It's so bad. And then he made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's like, I'll try to make myself feel better here for a second. It's still not as bad as Zack Snyder. All right, moving on.
That works. That is a good way to make yourself feel better.
See? You gotta put your fingers through the holes. Through the holes. Legitimately. See how he's grabbing it? When Rodimus opens it later on, he puts his fingers through the 4 holes. Makes me feel like that's the only way you can open it. I was actually talking earlier, and I'm like, I wonder, when you pass the Matrix on, if those holes aren't designed specifically to only fit the next holder of the Matrix.
With this, I shall make you.
That way, they're the only ones that can actually open it. Oh, and the reason why Ultra Magnus gets shot and explodes, but happens to look like he just got pulled apart, is because originally the sweeps were supposed to come in and draw and quarter him, but they thought it was too graphic. But to fit the story, they kept it where he just blew into multiple pieces instead of being pulled apart.
Looks like the American justice system.
They've got more Sarcticons than we have photon charges. Then let's hold the demolition derby.
See? Great music coming again. then over here we have the quiet one. What is your world of Transformers revolve around? Nick? Well, I know you bought the model kits.
But yes, I started getting into the model kits. We'll see how those go. I haven't built any of them.
I
I
built
got Optimus and Rodimus.
I built Windblade because it's a really good Windblade. I didn't really care if it transformed or
I
not.
want to get Windblade, RC, but they're hard to get right now.
I remember a while back when you bought the Lego Bumblebee.
Yes, I have the Lego Optimus and the Lego Bumblebee.
You're
I
gonna,
have both.
you're gonna have to get the Soundwave when it comes out too.
There's the Soundwave one?
Yeah. Soundwave's the first one that's gotten me excited.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah. Like, the Bumblebee one would be cool to have, and same with Optimus, but the Soundwave one. Oh, I love Soundwave.
And it's weird that Soundwave has so much love nowadays. Like, I still want to try to get all of the G.I. Joe crossover ones. I picked up the Megatron, it turns into a Hiss tank. But they did, Bumblebee is not a striker.
Happy to see those big bozos.
Cup just came out as the Triple T with Sergeant Slaughter. Because, Sergeant Cup. But Soundwave is the Dreadnought's war machine.
They execute that.
And when they're sitting next to the original toys from the 80s, yeah, it's hard to tell which one's which because they're the same size and come with the 3/4 inch figures.
But what about our problem?
Yep.
We need a ship.
You get shipped on your trip.
Who are you?
Oh, really?
He'll be mine too if you can find a ship.
I've always had a problem with Wheelie. It's because the voice is so annoying and they don't. He rhymes everything, which is fine. But he needs to be more Shalacious Crumb or Goblin-esque, where he's that cute annoying, not annoying. Because it's even worse in season 3 of Transformers. Oop, Weird Al's coming up.
One of my favorite Weird Al songs, too.
I honestly have heard it so much that I don't overly care for this one. Once again,
I grew up on Weird Al music, so I just love all of it.
it's one of those ones that, like, I own most of his albums. It's like, I have the soundtrack for the movie, which I don't remember if this is on the soundtrack for the movie or not.
It'd be weird if it wasn't.
I'm thinking it's not. I know it's on his actual album that came out around this time. The music video is very weird. You'd think they just used this movie, but I love it. Everything he says is a from TV moment. And with the rest of this being such, 80s metal, this is a weird song to have in this.
It's a weird song for a weird planet with weird characters.
Well, no, I understand why it exists. I'm just saying it's just such a weird thing versus everything else in the movie. How'd that Universal Virgin go? No, wait, never mind.
Very loud.
It's hard for him. And cooking the Dinobots.
Guns aren't exactly friendly. Neither are they, in case you haven't noticed. Is that person reading again?
still have bits of Dare to Be Stupid playing. And now we're going to dance. And yes, our conversation later on, that Weird Al voiced Rekgar in the animated series. He didn't come with the drumstick, but he did come with that container for the third-party masterpiece.
Talk like that. TV? Wait for TV. You got some TV? I got some TV. And now the news. Don't touch that dial. Come on, George Hemo-Sammy. You'll smash that brand soon like brand new in 90 days warranty.
Quick, we need to go back to Earth. Bring some of that goo. Bring some of that goo with you. Look, they put some goo on Alter Magnus. He's back alive again.
Yeah.
We need to go back to Earth for a minute. Because that's the part I think that bothered everybody back in the day. Is it was so easy to bring him back. Like, wait a minute.
Do that for Optimus.
Yeah.
And all the other Autobots that died.
No.
Right?
Galvatron has it. Where's Galvatron? Where is he? And the answer is... Unicron.
What?
Then we got
Make Unicron eat a bunch of the goo. Revive all of the Autobots that he ate.
See, he's got a smelter inside of him. And
Yeah.
like, once the spark... So once again, sparks were not a thing back in this... When this was made, that's something they added in Beast Wars. Which they grasped onto and were like, that is the best thing ever. We're going to continue to use it. But it's like, Prime Spark has already become one with the Matrix. Wait a second. So if we put the Matrix back in him and spread all the goo on him, he should be fine. But that would be undoing his noble sacrifice.
I mean, like in the, I think also Revenge of the Fallen movie, all Sam had to do was stab him with the weirdly shaped matrix of leadership, and he came back to life.
Yeah,
I can't believe they, like, it disintegrated, and he carried around the dust with a sock. That was such a weird decision.
I'm sorry, the planet's talking to you. You might want to think about that for 3 seconds there. And no.
I wish this kind of thing ever happened with Primus. Because Primus is never really doing much of anything. Why didn't Primus just transform and beat the shit out of Unicron here?
Because Primus didn't exist until later on.
Yeah.
And no, I did not buy the HasLab
The
Unicron.
giant Primus?
No,
Or
Unicron.
Unicron.
I'm sorry, you want how much for it? Like, and it's only this big?
How much was it?
$2,000.
Jesus Christ!
Uh-huh. I'd much rather
If I'm paying
spend...
$2,000, I better get actual Unicron himself. I would keep him
Well, you
stored
did,
far
because he
away.
looks like that. Like, he looks amazing. I was like, excuse me, how much do you want for this? See? Shockwave got one line in the film. And I'm sorry. I feel like Galvatron shooting him. First of all, I don't think they're really doing much damage to him.
If any.
Like a mosquito bite. Yeah.
Yeah. But have been like, no, you're on my side. You do what I command.
Doesn't this remind you of anything, Cup? Nope. Never seen
What happened to my soup? Where's my dad?
That's what we're gonna find out.
Cup is like Skips from regular show. He just knows. He's seen everything before, except for this.
Yeah. Well, the idea is he's supposed to be one of the oldest Autobots. But the problem is,
He knows a thing or two because he's seen a thing or two.
yeah. But it makes no sense when Prime's supposed to be like the first Autobot.
Where's Hot Rod?
I don't know. But I hope they didn't get him.
What's this one?
Yes, follow the human child who definitely knows his way around the inside of Unicron. That's a good decision.
Let's go this way.
Run away!
Why? Well, this little thing started beeping as soon as we got here, and it says Dad. Look, butthole, save.
The Matrix will do you no good, Autobot. It cannot be opened. Not by a Decepticon. Like it or not, we're allies now against a common foe.
Does that make the Matrix of leadership racist?
No.
Of course, my master.
You gotta remember, I think later on they added in the Decepticon Matrix of something or other.
All honesty, that does not ring a bell. I do not remember that.
Autobot, you lack even Prime's courage. Me, Grimlock Kid Butt.
Did you get the other thing? Did you get the other half of it?
Me, Grimlock need new strategy.
The Dinobots.
Gotta love them.
I see, I always felt like this needed a song of some sort. Because this music's alright, but... That's a good thing you got blown down that path there, son. Big smoky. There's just no coming back from that.
Nope, just believe in the weird goo that can revive anyone.
And we forgot the Gundam moment. The opening moments of the film when they're on Litho. Or no, they're on... Sorry, not the opening moments. It's when they're on Quintessa and they're in the jail cell. The chunks of other robots laying around are actually chunks of Gundams. Gelgoog and something else
Nice.
in the cell. It's the one connection to Gundam they have. Which is cool that they actually put that in.
You did it!
Yeah, I did it!
I'm gonna go home and bang your mother now. Carly.
Today, Galvatron.
Yeah.
Name does not ring a bell.
She actually was the one blonde chick in the Michael Bay movie. Her name was Carly. She's in the original animated or G1 cartoon.
That may be so. I simply don't have good memory.
Once again, I know way too much.
I have a bunch of weird knowledge about weird bits.
Oh, and my plan for the Matrix is to get some plastic chain and hang it up out in the gaming loft from the chain, just like Galvatron has it around his neck.
I'm not the best at remembering things, but when I do, it's usually...
I wasn't going to say it in front of somebody, but yeah.
I just remember a lot of random useless information.
I'm going to strategically relocate some from here to here.
You mean garbage?
You got the touch. You got the rise that was crying.
And I'm sorry, all he does is get taller and age the face. So now he looks like he's old. And that is the only part that ever bothered me. The original masterpiece, Rodimus, actually did transform into Hot Rod transformed into Rodimus. And came with the parts to put the trailer on him. But it was Hot Rod in his car form slid into the trailer, and then a panel came over to give him the cockpit of Rodimus.
Nice.
So with the exception of missing like the side pipes and the front wheels, you can have the trailer sitting there. It looks like Rodimus Prime sitting there. Then they released a new Hot Rod that is beautiful.
I hear like some. Why is Star Wars in
Because Lucasfilm sold the packet. We've already discussed this.
this?
Oh, no, you're fine.
I just
Bringing it back. It's called a callback, Nick.
call back. You can call back. I can carve them. Carve it up.
Here comes the line that I feel it's going to have a call, or it has a moment that's shared with Top Gun. Here comes Hot Rod. Wait, something's different about it. Here it is. Feel like that's the same feeling as Val Kilmer in Top Gun when he says, "No, you can be my wingman." Neither one of them wanted to say that line in Top Gun because it just is out of character for it. And yes, we know it's bullshit. And there goes the planet.
Let this mark the end of the Cybertronian Wars as we march forward to a new age of peace and happiness. Till all are one.
This is the end of the Cybertronian War. We're on some random place in Cybertron. There's not a single Decepticon there in that whole top. Now, if Shockwave would have been part of the four standing there, you know, that all kind of hold hands together, it would have been a lot better for that whole idea of them being, you know, the end of the Cybertronian Wars. And Ah. The end credit song, that great 80s metal rendition of the opening theme. But we have come to the end of the movie. Which means that'll be the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So what did you accomplish today, Nick?
Well, as soon as I get these two pieces done, I'll almost have
Leg up on
a
the
complete
situation?
leg done, but head, torso, waist, got that all done, almost a leg. Interesting.
Not finished with the nutsack yet, but we'll get there.
Got head, torso, and arms. And yes, I know the head is on backwards. I personally believe.
Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big? Now, if you get the reference, put it down in the comments below.
I am choosing to keep it as a unicorn. To keep the head on backwards.
Grace for days are turning into unicorns, oh boy.
Unicorns for days.
Unicorns for days.
The grays for days. Oh, let's see. Can you even see? Nope. That means that's going to be number 6 standing there when it gets done. It means only 3 more to build.
Grace. I mean, Leos for days.
It's the grays for days.
Turtle.
The whole concept of the team is the 3-man team with 2 mobile dolls of grays as well next to them. So yes, mix a little Iron Blood Orphans with Gundam Wing for that narrative. But I suppose at some point I'm going to have to try out the marker, you know that, right?
I am also.
I think unicorn face looks good. I like unicorn face.
It's interesting. Now, did that piece on top? Now I kind of want to see the whole thing. Actually, I need to put the stickers on mine when I built them. Okay. And this fits in like that. I was curious if there was a way of doing it to get it so it faced the right way with the horn. Is there another? Oh, excuse me. Is there another horn piece that goes on here?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay.
This was. Yeah, no, there was only the one.
Maybe it might be a different head. There's a smooth bore head over there. The Blue Runner. Yeah, let's see those for a second. Because the one's actually a command head, where it's got a command fin on the front of it. Little bit here. Say the episodes just never end. We just keep going. Could be the longest outro we've ever had. Well, you're finishing up the leg. I'm finishing up. Seeing if this can actually be done. I misplaced the head. Part separation. Yeah. Just needs to be trimmed down a little bit to get it to actually fit.
Oh, interesting. I'm sending the other way. Huh. Okay, that's cool. Neat.
Gets the unicorn with the.
I do like the red stripe going
I
down.
know. It's gotta get a nail between the black and the blue.
The way to get it so that the rest of the like actual eye is visible is weird.
I was just curious if that other head worked like that, which actually it doesn't look bad. That crest on the front. Definitely gives it the unicorn look. Got the leg done.
Almost. 2 more pieces.
This is why we don't get 100%,
Nah.
watch rate on our videos, because the outro just goes on. I can't, it doesn't normally. It just makes a few pieces away from having the leg done. We normally try. And the movie was a short movie, so this will be a short episode anyways.
Yeah.
Having it like this reminds me of the hammer drones in Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Because it has like the clunkier, the not less humanoid, because it doesn't have the eye or like an actual like, face or anything. It's just got the face plate with the horn.
Yeah. And no, like the shape of the head with the big swoop back does not look bad either. It's one of those ones that might get that, like level of customizing where trying to figure out how to add an eye to it. So there's actually the biggest screws there with nuts. Sure. This is a piece for connecting them to each other. This piece gets connected to those rods and goes in here, and then the center piece here is the final piece. You might have to sand it down a little bit to get it to fit into the peg hole. They're a little oversized. So yeah, once it goes on, she ain't coming on.
He said,
The piece with the nub on the outside is what goes into the base. But you want to screw it to the rods first. It'll be a lot easier. And you can see the one side has a hex in it, the other side has a hole. Super simple bases. They are worth it. Like mass quantity. I need to order about 50 more. And I do still have one of the build divers bases up there too.
Oh, yeah. I saw mine. I haven't even put that one together.
I've got one under the flag. Is it the Red Beret also has one, I think? Oh, there's one underneath the Tiger. I know I bought a few. I think I gave one to everybody when we started the game. Oh. And I like it. Right on.
Yeah, it seems kind of.
He doesn't stand on one leg very easily. He's kind of a wide boy.
Got it.
and he said with this,
The inner piece.
this
Yep. Might nip it. Oh. Once again, it's probably easier to hook it to the rod first, and then You're lacking the nutsack. So it isn't going to be, because the hole is normally in the bottom.
That's where, yeah, that's why it's trying to do the body, then
The nutsack.
body of the waist. That if it does have a stand, then I can just put it on the stand and go from there. If not, then kind of go this route. At least get a living on.
You left the flags on. Leave
I know.
This one was at least easy to get them off.
This one not as.
I almost didn't think this had flags on it until
These are really weird. I mean, I would have to almost stand it down because they're more of a curve. It's really weird.
So I know I nipped mine, which with the really sharp nippers, just make sure you got it flat. Might have to sand a little bit to
Yeah.
get them perfect.
Stand a little bit.
And there is a few kits where I've left the nubs on because I thought it added to the V-fin having the nub because of the shape of the nub. But
Made it work. It's Michael Jackson.
you put the ball joint. Ball.
I just moved the ball joint down a little bit. Then.
In case you wanted it to like grab around the waist,
Oh, interesting.
because they're really meant for like anime dolls and like Figma figures and stuff like that. I actually used some of these to hold up my gargoyles at one point, and then I bought the actual good stands that will actually hold them tight. Can't support their weight from flying and stuff. Which I did finally get the Phoenix Gate 2-pack of Goliath and Ramona. There. All right, and with that, I think we're done for the day.